Good evening. Yes.
Yeah, okay. So let me share the presentation to you now, to it.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so I hope you can see the presentation. Can you see
Yes,
it?
I can see.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
So last time, we were able to do this one to yet, right? So we were able to understand already the use of the will, the want, the may, or the might, or it can also
Yeah.
be the may not or might not,
I not.
right? So positive will, negative want, okay? May is positive, may not would be negative, might would be positive, might not would be negative. Okay? Now, let's proceed with our activity number 5. Let's try to listen to a talk on the same subject. Okay, so the same subject with this one. And let's try to check the correct column in the table number 4. Are the speaker's predictions the same as yours? Okay, let's try to listen.
Okay.
13.2. In 2030, people will work more flexibly and many jobs will be part-time.
Okay,
Um,
so and many
many jobs
jobs will
will be
be part-time. So that's correct, right? Okay, next.
Traditional forms of management will disappear.
Okay, so
okay.
traditional
Traditional
forms of
form.
management will disappear, but it's not
This.
that one.
More
Yes.
employees will work together in self-managed teams. Therefore, management positions might not be easy to find.
Okay, so
Yes.
management
Management
positions
this
might
might not
not
be
be
easy to.
easy to find. So we are correct in here.
Yes.
Okay, next.
In addition, it is forecast that working arrangements will be more flexible. More people will work from home.
Okay, so
More
more
people
people will
will
work
work
from home. So we're
from.
correct. Next.
So colleagues may see each other less often.
Okay, so
So
colleagues
each
may see each
may see.
other. Okay, so
Okay.
may see each other
Okay.
less often. Okay, and then let's try to continue.
Yes.
Companies will still have office buildings, but they will be smaller and won't be used in the same way as today.
Okay, so
So
office buildings won't be used in the
be
same
smaller
way.
and it may yes
Okay, again.
when
So office
we
buildings won't be used in the same way again. So that would be correct, right? Okay, next.
In 2030, there will be a shortage of highly qualified workers in certain sectors. Employees may not want to stay long with the same company.
Okay, so employees may not stay
main
long the same with the same company. Okay, so that's correct. And
So
then,
employers will need to offer much better working conditions.
okay, so employers will offer better working conditions. So that would also be correct. And
Companies might provide leisure facilities for employees,
okay, so companies might
they might
provide leisure
place
facilities. And then the last one.
like a gym and a bar area for social events. Many employees may decide to take career breaks.
Yes, so many
However,
employees.
in the future, they will be allowed to rejoin
so
the company with the same job and on the same salary as before.
Okay.
In general, companies will have to fight more to keep their staff, so employees will be in a much better position.
Yes, okay. So many employees
my
might decide to
uh,
take
to
career
take
breaks. Okay, so that would be correct. Okay, so very good. Okay, now let's try to move on to activity number 6. So work with a partner, make predictions about your own jobs using the ideas below. Which of your ideas were similar? Okay, like for example, when we say hours, office, salary, pensions, technology, training, benefits. So what do you think would
Mm,
be the
yeah,
your predictions when it comes to the working hours of a particular
yes.
employee?
Okay. From my point of view, I think that in the future, working hour makes less now in Vietnam.
Okay,
Normally works 8 hours per day and 40 hours per week. But I think
okay,
in the future, the working hour will be may less. I think that.
okay. So in the future, working hour may be or may be less, right?
Be less.
Okay,
Okay.
in the future. Okay, so that would be correct, right?
Yes.
Okay, next. So
Yeah.
when we say office, so what can you say about the office?
Yeah. About the office, is my less space for office because
Okay,
the whole we made work from home, so the don't need more the office
yeah.
space.
So the office may have
Office.
a less space. So the office may have less
Yes.
space, right? Okay, because
Yes.
of course in traditional offices, the offices would be large, right? But in the future, the offices or the office will become
Yeah.
smaller. Okay. Yeah, because there would be the so-called working from home. Okay, and the office can also be done in our house or in our home. Okay, what about the salary?
Sorry, from my point of view,
Point
I
of view
think
again.
uh, I think that the salary when
Will be
my
more.
is increase. Yes, more.
Yes. Okay. Why? Because I do believe also that in the future you can have or you can be able to have more jobs. Okay, part-time jobs, right? So if you do have more jobs, so what would be that would be the effect. So what would be the effect? So there would be more, okay,
Yes.
salaries. Okay. Now what about pensions?
Pension. I think that to the adapt the life condition in the future. Pension will maybe increase in
Increase.
future. Yes.
Increase too, of course. Okay, because
Yes.
if your salary increases, your pensions will also be increased, right? So that
Yes.
would be nice to hear. But again, okay, there would be problems in here. Okay, why? Sometimes the negative effect of
How about the
having,
pension
yes.
in the how about the pension in the Philippines? In Vietnam, pension pension still in Korea. Yes, that
Mm,
depend on the policy
the policy of the company,
government.
right?
Uh,
Yeah. Actually, here in the
no,
Philippines,
uh,
oh,
pension that is depend on the policy of the government,
of the
not the company.
government. Okay. Actually,
Yes.
here in the Philippines, we do have also pensions, especially if you're working in a government. And
Mm.
you have also pensions if you are working in a private sectors or company here in the Philippines.
Because the pension the government will be pay it
Paying, okay?
payment. Yes,
Yeah.
paying it so the policy that depend on the government.
On the
Yes,
government. Okay. Yeah,
policy.
same. Same also here in the Philippines. because we pay for that. We pay for our let's say for example for our social security. We have that particular thing in
Yes.
here, right? So when you become old, when you retire, so you will going to have your
Yes.
pensions. So the government will
Yes.
going to pay you. That's why that's why I explain it to you that if you do have more salaries, you will going to have a lot of benefits in the future, right?
Uh, in Vietnam, the pension, the first pension of the each personally, the first depend on the policy of the each company.
Mm,
It depend the tax. It depend on the tax of the employee will be contribute.
oh,
Yes.
okay. Yeah.
Yes. And after that, when people retirement, we got
Mm,
the level the pension, and after that, they will be the increase pension because
pension.
the policy government will change the salary base.
Yes,
Yes,
it's a salary
yes,
base. Yeah, same also
yes,
here in the Philippines. But there would be negative effect on that. Let's say, for example, in the future, just like what we had said, that many jobs will be part-time.
but
Now, if you are employed part-time, you don't have benefits, right?
yes.
Yes.
I
Okay.
think that when you work full time for one company, you will get
Yes,
the benefit, but the part
that's correct.
time you
You
cannot.
don't
Yes,
have.
good.
Okay, that's why you can have a lot of money, but sometimes it's not good, especially if you will be hospitalized. So you cannot be able to be shoulder. You will going to shoulder the bill in the hospital because you don't have
But,
benefits.
but I think in future, one person will sign full time with one company,
Yeah,
they
with the other
with
company. Yeah, that would
part
be
time other company.
yeah. So that would be
Other company they will don't sign anything, don't sign the
yes. Oh,
contract.
just like me, okay, just like
Yes,
me, to yet, I'm
yeah.
working full time in school, okay,
Oh,
and then in the evening I'm working as a
yes,
as an English teacher. So that would be my part time, right?
yes,
So that will be it, right? Okay, so when it comes to technology in the future,
yes. Technology. I think the technology will be changed quickly.
yeah, actually,
I think.
okay.
I
It's
think so.
as our what is one as the age of the earth is increasing, so there would be more. Actually, it's I think it's going to be every year, I don't know, there
Yes,
would be a change when it comes to technology, just like the cell phone, right? Okay,
yes,
so it's easy to what outdated. Okay, so the cell phone that you are using sometimes is not anymore famous, right? Okay,
yes. Uh,
there would be a
uh,
very brand new technology in the cell phone in the
yes.
market, right? Yeah.
Before I work in the field telecommunication
Oh, okay.
55 59 50 58 year ago.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I work 58 from I work in that field when I graduate from university. The
Okay.
first thing when I manage operate
Mm,
to cell phone. Not only
okay.
the call, yes, calling, but
Yeah.
now it changed to data.
Yeah, actually, yeah, the first cell phone that we have is used for calling, right? It's not yet
Yes,
touch screen, okay?
another,
Yeah.
yes,
So, but now you can be able to call, you can be able to record, so you can do everything on your cell phone, right?
yes,
Yeah, so it's
yes.
amazing. So that is the work of technology. Okay, what about when it comes to training?
Training. I think the training will be the change so much. The
Yeah.
first, how to training. Before the traditional, the training, we student have tools on site, but
Mm,
now the training can organize via the online on site and
that's
the
correct.
e-learning many the way to the training. Yes, I
Yes,
think that.
that's correct, right? So you can be able to have a training not just on site, but you can do it
Yes,
online, right? And usually trainings can be done through a webinar, okay? Yeah,
yes.
so that would be it. Okay, what about benefits?
Benefit. I think that the company also they are provide more and more benefits for employee to keep them in the work for company
Mm-hmm.
long time. I think that.
Yes, yes, okay. Of course, that's we're talking about pension, a salary. After salary, there would be benefits, so that benefits will become a pension, right? Okay,
Yes.
so that would be it. Okay, now moving on in here to yet. So let's try to practically speaking. So how to link ideas. So match one, two, three in here with the A to C to make complete sentences. Okay? Okay,
Yes.
number one, more women will
Uh,
work and
companies women will work and and there's number may excess working men,
okay, so more women will work and their
but
numbers may
they
exceed
see, yes,
working men. Oh, that would be in the
yes,
future, right? What do you think? So there would be the most before, okay, before the most powerful is considered to be the man, right? But in the
yeah,
future, more women will work and their numbers may exceed. That means the
this
number
one,
that the women who's working would exceed working men, and that that would happen, right? That might happen. Okay.
yes,
Yes.
yes,
Next,
yes.
what about the second one?
Company will stay have office, but they will be smaller than today.
Yes, so that's what you are
Hey,
talking, right? So they will be
yes,
smaller than today because sometimes you don't need to have a bigger space for an office because sometimes people work at home. So the home would be our
yes,
office too. And then the last but not the least, that would
yes.
be
More people will work from home, so the colleagues may see each other less often.
so that would be the effect,
Be
right? Yeah, so
yes,
so there would be no
be much
interactions.
yes,
Yes, because of course you cannot see each other because you are working from home. So you cannot see your colleagues, each other. Okay, but of course, maybe you just have to find time, okay, to see each other. Okay, just like in before in our school that we work from home, but there would be one day that we need to report in school to have a meeting. So that's let's say for example every Wednesdays. So every Wednesday, we go to school and we report for a meeting. But Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, we don't go there. So we just have to stay at home. Okay? So it depends on the what is one? The arrangement, okay, of the company. Okay, next. The number 2.
Number 2.
So which word in italics? Okay, in here, the
Yes,
italics.
more.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
what's the consider 3?
okay,
So
show.
the contrast, that's 2, and more information, that's 1, and show reason is 3.
Okay, so show
So
a
reason,
result.
so
Show a
reason
result, that would be
3,
number
3.
3. Okay, and then add more information, that would be number
And
1, right?
and
And then show a
yes, and
contrast, that would
that's
be
that's
number 2. Okay, so
number 2.
when we are talking about show a result, we are going to use so. Okay,
So
so if you're going to add more information, of course, we have to use
yes,
and. Like, for
yes,
example, mother and child, right? So if there
and
would be still another, you have to add information, just mother, father, and child. Okay, so there would always be and. Okay, next, to show a contrast, that means you are going to show the differences, right? Like, for example, tall, like companies will still have offices, but, okay, but they will be smaller than today. So there is a contrast. There would be a comparison, okay, between
yes,
opposite, right? The opposite one. Okay. Okay.
yes.
Next, number 3 to it. Read these sentences and add the linking words in italics to the categories in 2. Okay. Number 1.
International, international working will be more flexible.
Yes, so the italics now here is in addition.
Induction, uh, induction, education. So that's more information.
Okay, so in categories 2, right? So we will be going to add the
Yes,
linking. So we can say, in
we can
addition,
say in addition, that's the S more information.
okay, so in addition, so add more information, right? Because when we are talking about in addition, you are also going to add more information. That means you need to add, right? So that means
Yes,
you have to add, right? Okay,
yes.
next. More employees will work together in self-managed teams. Therefore, management positions might not be easy to find. So when we are
So
talking about
results.
therefore,
Yes.
yes, so that would be
So
show
reason.
a result.
So reason.
Yes, so you show
Yes.
a result. And the last but not the least, many employees may decide to take
However,
career
so
breaks.
that
However,
so what
yes,
contrast.
yes, so there would be the
Yes.
so-called negative, okay,
Yes.
contrast, and then positive, right? So if it is
Yes.
positive, okay, there would also be negative contrast. So there
Yes.
is the so-called contrast. Okay, to it?
Yes.
Okay, next. Work with a partner. Use your own ideas to finish these predictions using the linkers. Okay, the linkers in 2. So these are linkers actually, okay? So people will work fewer hours.
Fewer. So people will have more time for spend for family.
family. Okay, so people work fewer hours, so um,
Um,
people will
computer.
going to
Uh,
spend time. Okay, next, computers will be faster.
computer computer will be faster and uh, will be has and it will be has more functionality.
Okay, so computers will be faster and more functionalities. Okay, next.
Yes.
So
Uh,
employees will travel less for work.
Employee will travel less for work. Um, so, so the uh, okay
Okay.
because we will share so less trouble because they working from home.
Okay, so employees will travel less for work. Okay, so they work from home. Okay,
Yeah.
next. So companies will offer more leisure facilities.
Company will offers more leisure facility uh, because they need to keep the employee in the company who
Yes. Okay. To
because they want to keep the employee working for company in long time.
That's correct.
Yes.
Okay, because if the companies will not going to offer more leisure facilities or like for example a gym, okay, or as a pool, so the employee might leave the company and find another
Uh,
company that can give them more
uh,
leisure facilities, right? Okay.
yes.
So that would be it.
Because
Oh,
they create the condition and environment most comfortable environment for
that's
the
correct.
employee
Yes, of course, we
to
like
they
to
work
have.
effect they work
Yes.
more effect. Sorry.
Hello?
When
Yeah.
don't remember. Let me. I don't.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Effective. Effective. Yes.
Yeah, effective.
Effective. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
The
So,
employee was effective. Yes.
yes.
Effectively.
Yes. Okay. So, do you have questions with this yet? No
Yes.
more?
No,
Do you have questions?
no,
No
I don't
more.
have any
Okay. So,
question.
moving on to
Yes.
the business communication. So, predicting
Uh,
and forecasting. So, when we are talking about predicting, what does it mean
uh,
again?
um, what is the difference between the predicting and forecasting?
Yeah.
That's from my point of view. I think this is a similar meaning.
Yeah, but it depends on how we are going to use that, right? So
uh,
predicting, that means it's a longer
uh,
time,
uh,
okay?
uh,
Forecasting is maybe you are forecasting that today will that would happen. So it's more on the later time when we are talking about forecasting. Just like for example, there would be a forecast that there would be a storm signal. Okay? Okay, so we forecast that one. That would be in the later time. But when we are going to have predicting, that would be you foresee it's a long time. Okay, so the effect, okay, would be a
okay.
long time. Where in forecasting, it's just recently you just forecast. Okay, you were going to say, I have to forecast that it will rain today. Okay, so there was a forecast from the Bureau of like for example, penology and earthquake, something like that. So that there would be a forecast, but we do
Okay.
not predict that one. Okay, because a prediction, okay, that means it's a longer period. Forecasting is not,
Prediction also the
you predict what
tell
will happen in the future,
future
right?
teller.
Yes.
Future teller
Okay.
predicts the future. Lot
Yes. So it can
predicts
be,
the life in the future.
yes. So it can be interrelated to each other, but the use of this one is different. Okay, so that is what we are going to understand. The
Okay.
business communication,
Okay.
predicting, and forecasting. Okay, so we are going to predict and we are going to forecast what would happen, okay,
Mm,
for a particular business. Okay, if we are talking
yes.
about the prediction and the forecasting of the future. So, what do you think would be our business communication? Actually, we are now starting to adopt the technology as our business communication actually. So what are these business communication that we are talking? The use of an email, the use of messenger, right? Okay,
Messenger.
the
Yes.
use of the, what else, there would be
Calling.
a lot of
Call,
communication.
calling. Yes. Use make call via the phone.
Yes, texting, okay? Texting, calling,
Calling.
okay?
Yes.
Via
Yes.
via calling, okay? So
Mm,
there would, that would be the trend in the business communication. Long time
mm,
ago, when we communicate with our loved ones, what we do? We send them letters. Okay? We send them letters. And letters sometimes it takes 1 month before they can be
yes.
able to
Uh,
read the letter via
send letter
mail.
via by the post
Post
via the
office.
post. Yes. The post.
Right, so it's going to be a long process before we can be able to get the
Uh,
letter.
yeah.
I remember one of my friend went to other countries, and then we keep on communicating before, but actually it takes 1 month before I can receive his
Yes.
letter, and it
Yes.
takes also 1 month before he can be able to receive my letter. So it's not worth it, right? But now
Yes.
we can do the texting one text away, and there you go, right? You can call hello or something like that,
Yes.
and you can also do the calling when it comes to your business, right? You can use the
Yes.
so-called social media as your
Yes.
means of
Yes.
business communication. Okay? To yet? So
Yes.
we will
Yes.
just going to continue this one to yet tomorrow, right? We still have tomorrow. We don't have, okay?
Ah.
Because that would be Thursday already by tomorrow, okay? So we'll see each
Okay.
other again next week.
Yes.
Yet
See you
Monday,
next
okay?
week.
Bye-bye. Okay,
Thank you.
bye-bye. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.